In this video, I'll be showing you how to implement stack data structure using arrays in Swift. So to start with, let's understand what exactly stack is. Stack is like a bucket, like it follows last in first out concept. So imagine you take a bucket and you drop number 1 into it, and then number 2, and then number 3, and you try to remove something. It is only the top element that gets removed, like the 3 is the one which gets removed. So I can probably type it here. So imagine this is top and this is bottom of a stack. So whenever I push something to stack, it goes to the bottom. So I push 1, it goes to the bottom, and after 1 I push 2, it comes on top of 1, and then I push 3, it comes on top of 2. So if I say pop, it is only this element that gets removed. If I say stack.pop, 3 gets removed. Again, if I say stack.pop, 2 gets removed. So stack ideally as functions like push, which pushes the element inside the stack, and we have pop, which removes the topmost element from the stack. So in this tutorial, I'll be using array to implement stack data structure, which is very simple. So let's start with creating a class called stack, and I'll be using generic so that I can use this for any type of data that we need. And my stack will have an array of values which will hold data of type t, and I'll implement two functions: function push, which takes in some value which is of type t again, and function pop, which removes the last value and returns the same value. And this can be optional because there might be a chance that the array is having no elements, and so pop is ideally going to return no value at all. So to start with push, I can just say values dot append the new element. So this is going to keep adding value to the stack. And for popping, I'll have to check if the value exists. If values dot count is greater than 0, then return values dot remove last, because that is how the stack works. You'll have to enable removing only from the last. Else, if that is not the case, if there is no element, then return nil. So this is how the pop function works. So let us have another function which is called peek, which is ideally going to tell us what element is at the top of the stack. So func peek, and if I call this, it is going to return me with the data of type t, and this can again be optional because there can be or there cannot be data. So return, I'm going to take the last element of array. So let's go ahead and start creating an instance of stack. So where my stack is equal to stack, and then I start adding element, and here I'll have to define what type of data it will be holding. So to start with, let me add int, and now I say my stack dot push value 1, and I do this at least 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now when I do print my stack, this is not going to give much of an idea because the description of this my stack object is not very well described. So what I'll do is I'll give this an extension, and that shall conform to custom string convertible. And for description, I'm going to do something. So I'll say let top string is equal to something like what I drew. So this shall be top, and let bottom string is equal to bottom, and let values string is equal to So my value string is nothing but all the values that I have in the stack. So I'll say values dot for each what I'll do is I'll take each value of type t in, and I'll say value string is equal to value string plus value, and I shall also add slash n. Now after this I'll return value string first top string, and then I'll have all the values, and then I'll have bottom string. Okay, so we have some problem here. Okay, I had made that as let. So let me fix it. Now it is var. Okay, fine. Now if I run this, I can probably see my stack. So here we go. So probably, after top, I'll have to add space. So this is my stack, and this should be something like reversed, because whatever I push in first should go first. So one, two, three, and four. So I first pushed one, so I can show that by commenting this. When I push one, it shall be like this, and when I push two, this shall be like this, and so on. So this is our stack. Now let's check what happens when I do pop. So I'll say my stack dot pop, and then I'll print my stack again. So what I expect to happen is whatever is there on the top should be eliminated. So ideally 4 should be eliminated from the stack, and my stack should have only 1, 2, and 3. So let me check. Here we go, 1, 2, and 3. This is working perfect. And let's also check the last method that we have, my stack dot peak, which is going to return the topmost value. So it should return 3. So let's see. Here we go, 3. So this is how we implement stack data structure using array. This is the most simplest way of implementing stacks. In the next video we'll see how to implement the same data structure by not using an array. We'll be creating node, a linked list, and implementing stack using that. So this part of code is nothing to be worried about. It is just to change the way the stack is being displayed, just for visual purpose, and nothing more than that. So do subscribe to the channel, and also comment, and do like the video. Thank you.